Thanks for joining us on this Saturday evening. The time now 7:17. We're here live on our digital platforms to talk about the chance for severe weather. The threat has actually come up a little bit since this morning and even this afternoon with the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center. That especially after what has evolved in Iowa. Quite a substantial tornado outbreak there. Our threat lower, but still we've got to talk about it here and let you know what we're expecting over the next couple of hours, as we think things will still be a little active here in central Illinois. As you're logging on, tag a friend, let them know you're watching, and let me know where you're watching as well. We want to know where you're from. Seeing lots of folks checking on in there and making sure things are working too. Checking across the area. As you're logging on as well, make sure you download the WCIA 3 weather app. It's a great app to have. You can get programmable alerts for your location, add another layer of security and safety for when severe weather alerts are issued, whether it's tonight or at any point. It's a great app to have. Of course, I've got it too, and get those updates locally myself. Let's talk about the current conditions and what we're seeing. Then we'll talk about how the threat for severe storms will evolve overnight tonight. And then we will also mention another chance for strong to severe storms tomorrow night in other parts of central Illinois as we see this active pattern settle on into the region. First off, it's been nice out there today here. We look at Decatur right now, things looking pretty great. Some of you probably enjoying things outside, and rightfully so. We head on over to Springfield here. Look how much that camera is bouncing around. The wind is really ripping through the area right now. We'll take a last look here in Champaign. And those winds have been pretty high here throughout the day today. We've even seen some of our more steady cameras that have stuck around here into, seeing a little shaking. They're normally pretty stable. All right, let's talk about the current temperature. Hey, it's 7 o'clock. The sun has gone down, 63 right now. We've got some warm temperatures that are remaining with us here. A lot of us got into the low middle 70s today. That wind out of the south is there and has been there through the day today. We've seen some gusts higher than that. We want to talk about those current temperatures now here and show you, here we are, 60s across the board, 65 in Jacksonville and in Lincoln, 63 in Watsika. I think we'll stay pretty close to where we are here for the next several hours until the round of showers and storms come on through. Here's a look at sustained winds. These are just the wind, not gusts, the wind, and they've been 20 to 35 miles an hour at times out there. When you factor in those gusts, the latest is a 45-mile-an-hour gust in Decatur, 38 in Bloomington, 37 in Champaign. We've had some measured gusts of 45 to 50 miles an hour already across some of our observation sites, and that's going to continue through the night. These are non-thunderstorm wind gusts, but they will be important as the showers and storms come on in here later on this evening into tonight. Storm Tracker Doppler is quiet right now here. There's a thin band of a few light showers, very isolated in nature, from Lincoln towards Goodfield in McLean County, up north on I-39, north of El Paso towards LaSalle, Peru. Otherwise, we're quiet, and we've expected that during the day today. As we shift to the north and west, though, you can see all of these active weather. That yellow actually is a tornado watch in west central Illinois, southeastern Iowa, and north central and northeastern Missouri. These red boxes, tornado warnings. The yellow polygons, severe thunderstorm warnings. They've had a lot of tornadoes in Iowa here. The good news, I think the wind energy associated with that shear, mainly stays to the north of us. It's more this line right here, which we'll have to watch for probably a more of a chance for some gusty winds out there. All right, there's the wind reports for the day today. We've had a number of them out there. I'll just click on a couple of here just to see if we can get a report or not. Let me see if I can pop up a number. Perhaps. There we go. 46-mile-an-hour gust at Willard Airport, 47 in Decatur. Coles County had a 44-mile-an-hour gust. So we've had some pretty good gusts today, and those are going to continue into tonight. Look off to the west here. Look at all these severe weather reports in Iowa and northern Missouri. They've actually had quite a bit of hail down there, too. But of interest is this line of tornado reports. It may have been a single tornado on the ground for 2 hours from southwestern Iowa through the southeast side of Des Moines and lifting here to the east of Des Moines. Another rash of tornadoes in south central Iowa. We've heard some unconfirmed reports of casualties with these storms. Of course, a lot of damage up there in Iowa with our neighbors, so we'll be thinking of them in the days to come. Let's, though, jump locally. Talk about what we have now. Here we are. The latest from the Storm Prediction Center has actually upped our threat. See all this right here? This is actually orange, which is our level 3 enhanced risk, and it actually just clips our area. Essentially, it's going to be just outside, but it's a big increase from the level 1 risk we had earlier. We've got that yellow area here now, including Watseka, Pontiac, Bloomington, Clinton, Springfield, Lincoln, Jacksonville. That's a level 2 slight risk. And the level 1 risk continues all the way down towards Interstate 70, Champaign, Danville, Decatur, Taylorville, Mattoon, Paris. As the storms go from west to east, the threat overall is expected to decrease slowly. But we still think we'll have some problems to deal with here over the next couple of hours with that increase. We've brought up the threat for high winds to medium now with the upgrade to a level 2 slight risk. With the surface winds already so strong, our severe weather, severe thunderstorm wind gust is 58 miles an hour. We're having gusts of 45 to 50 now in the area. We're not that far. You get a thunderstorm to roll through, and that can help accelerate some of those winds, and we may very well reach that criteria for 58 mile an hour severe thunderstorm. I did up the tornado threat ever so slightly here. For most of us, a couple of hours ago, we were at a 1 out of 10. We've actually upped that as well here. Now you see the areas in green at a 2 out of 10. And then that yellow area is a 4 out of 10. And that increase in the severe weather risk, though, did come mainly for a threat for damaging winds. And I'll show you the wind risk here. You can see that red area, I mean, right on our doorstep here for the threat for wind. Again, diminishing with southeastward extent as momentum runs out. We'll check the hail threat too. I expect it to be pretty much yellow there off to our west. We're not really thinking we're going to have much in the way of hail tonight, but the main threat here is going to be the wind, straight line winds. We don't really have a lot of wind shear in the atmosphere overhead. There may be enough where we can get a chance for a tornado somewhere, but I really think that threat is low. But still, some of those wind gusts of 60 mile an hour may cause some, tree damage and power line damage in areas that will be. Timing of the storms, I really got it from now until 2 a.m. We're really going to think 9 p.m. is when the storms are approaching our western part of our viewing area. By the time we get to 2 a.m., they're weakening, they're moving off to the east here. So we'll see that roll on through. We're going to show you FUTURETRACK here real quick. Time that out for you. Overall, doing a fairly decent job with the placement. Here we go by 9 o'clock. You see they're still out here in the the Mississippi River on the west side of Illinois. We may have some light showers develop. We get to 11 p.m. Here we go. Now that's along Interstate 55. So 10, 11 o'clock. We get to midnight here coming through I-57 from Champaign-Urbana to the north and then down towards Decatur and Taylorville. Here's 1 a.m. Now it's passing through Danville, Coles County, and towards Effingham. By 2 o'clock, it's out of here. You'll notice that hour by hour, right here, looks a little stronger, and I see a little bit of, some bowing features in there, which tells me a wind threat, a linear line more than broken storms. But still, could we get an isolated tornado? Sure. That's not out of the question tonight. Midnight, it looks less intense there. So as it moves on in, then we will see a weakening trend. The question will be how fast does that happen? But by 2 a.m., that line's out of here. We'll see temperatures drop into the 40s by morning. That is the threat for tonight. While I've got you, I'll mention tomorrow night. I think there'll be another threat for some strong to severe storms. And I think the flooding threat really comes up tomorrow night based on what we've got here. This is the latest from the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow night. You see this green area here. I have a suspicion we may pull it a little more to the north. That threat will be probably Paris, Mattoon, Charleston, Effingham, Casey in that area. But the chance for rain and storms is going to be there area-wide tomorrow night as we watch that here. So don't think tonight's the only night. In fact, tomorrow night probably will be the more widespread showers and storms with heavy rain into the area. Sunday, the daytime, looks beautiful. Temperatures only in the low to middle 50s out there. The wind, though, comes down. Sunshine, I think it'll be a pretty nice day here. Maybe not as warm as today. 7:30, clouds start increasing. Here we go by 10:30. Look at the widespread showers here. And some of these storms down by I-70, Effingham, Vandalia, Mattoon, Charleston, Paris may have a chance to get some stronger winds mixed on in, which is why I think while we're dealing with that down here, to the north and west, we're watching that rain-snow line come on in here. You'll see by midnight now, we may have some strong storms to the south and east, maybe a little bit of snow mixing into the north and west. Overall, the snow chance low. I don't really spend a lot of time focusing on it. After a warm weekend, you'll probably not like seeing any snowflakes flying, but I think the chance for sticking snow is pretty low here. The one spot I think we may get a little bit, probably be Livingston County, like Pontiac, maybe down towards Bloomington Normal. Other spots getting a light dusting there as we go into Monday, if that. Not a really big time snow event for us here. I think tomorrow night's heavy rain and storms, though, probably will be the bigger event for us. And again, as we look here, you can see all of these oranges and reds showing up here. That's a sign of some pretty moderate to heavy rainfall out there. How much rain could we see? Well, first off, this is with the tonight round. I mean, we're seeing 1/4 inch in some spots missing out, more scattered to numerous in scope here. Look what happens tomorrow with that heavy rain coming on through. Areas along and south of Interstate 72, 74 have the chance to see 1 to 2 inches of rain. I-70 corridor may see 2+ in some spots there. So I will mention that as a chance for heavy rain as well. And when I show you the wind gusts also tomorrow night here, you'll notice, hey, this is Sunday 3:30. Doesn't look too bad out there with those wind gusts. Tomorrow night, here we go, midnight, Sunday night, Monday morning. Notice these strong winds down here on I-70. 3:30 in the morning, it's trying to bring 50 to 55 mile an hour gusts as far north as Paris and Mattoon and Effingham there. So that's why I think we may get the chance for another round of some stronger storms, we'll say here. We'll see how that materializes, but certainly the wind is going to be impressive again tomorrow night. There's that Monday wind out of the north and west really going to ice things down. Again, a lot happening. There is a lot going on. We got tonight. We've got tomorrow night. We've got Monday. And then next week, get your pitchforks ready. How about wind chills back near 0? Friday and Saturday, cold with, I think, that being a chance for a much better round for accumulating snow at this point. The setup looking a lot better. Here we go. You can see this is tonight, that pattern, that heavy rain coming in, snow well to the north. Here's tomorrow's round developing. That snow a little closer, and maybe we get a little bit wrapping around north of I-72 tomorrow night into Monday morning. Then it clears, dry Tuesday, dry Wednesday, dry Thursday. But look at this next system that gets going here. I think this setup is much better for accumulating snow. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's 7 days away, but I can't not show you the cold air that's going to come on in. Look at wind chill values Friday morning. Look at it Saturday morning. Some of you aren't going to like us in the weather department. It is March. We get snow in March, so not surprising, but do your math. That's 2 rounds of rain and storms and the 2 chances for snow. 4 different things in 7 days. We're going to be active weather here into the region. All right, I'm going to throw this graphic back up again. The severe threat tonight, mainly a straight line wind, gust of 60 mile an hour possible. We may get a weather watch sometime 9, 10 o'clock, if not a little earlier than that. We'll see how the storms progress. We may not get a watch, but we'll watch that here. We did up that threat. The Storm Prediction Center brought a level 2 and up to level 3 risk for like Peoria, up towards LaSalle, Peru. And so we did nudge our threats up a little bit here. That tornado threat just ever so slightly higher. Now a 2 out of 10 on our scale for areas along and north of Interstate 72, 74. If you have any questions, now's the time where I'm going to go through the chat and answer those questions, and then we're going to wrap things up. I got to grab dinner, and then I got to go get ready for tonight. I think I'll be here all night tonight, and then back in the morning show tomorrow. And then I think I'll be here all night tomorrow night until Amelia gets in for the morning show Monday. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, but you know you can count on us to keep you safe and informed ahead of the storm with the chance coming on in. Is it a threat like December 10th where we had the big tornadoes? No, certainly not. That a much different setup, but we're starting to get closer to spring, and for a couple of months we haven't had to think about this. You know, we'll err on the side of caution and let you know more about it, but we think that that threat overall still going to be on the lower side here for tonight. We want to make sure you know about it, especially 9, 10, 11, midnight. A lot of you may go to bed. Some of you not. Saturday night, I get it. But we want to bring awareness, especially with that threat coming up a bit based on what's happened in Iowa here over the last bit. Again, that tornado risk, 2 out of 10, that's higher than a 1 out of 10. It's still low, though, but we've seen that threat come up from before, and in Iowa earlier, it was a 5 and a 6. So they really got hit hard up there. In fact, I'll show you here. Let me let me see if I can pull something up real quick for you. I'm going to show you a photo from our sister station in Des Moines, Iowa. See if I can get this to work here. The Des Moines area really got hit hard. And this photo came out in, here we go. Let's switch it. There you go. You can see that there. That's a big tornado. That's a sizable tornado. Some of the damage there, very impressive. Reports of casualties in Iowa. Numbers, I think it's a little early to tell, but there's a lot of search and rescue. This tornado here may very well have been on the ground for 1 to 2 hours. Quite a significant tornado strike there from south of Des Moines to southeast side and then to the east of Des Moines as it passed on by. So we're thinking of our friends over there in Iowa now. So again, there's that tornado risk. It's not nearly as high as it was in Iowa. But still, nighttime, we're going to err on the side of caution to make sure you're at least aware. How can you help? You can be a part of the information here. If you've got friends, you've got relatives, you know, an elderly relative or neighbor, shoot them a text, give them a call, say, hey, just wanted to let you know there's a chance for some stronger storms tonight and again tomorrow night. And we can all help each other stay weather aware. That text, that call maybe brings some awareness to some folks there. Tell them to tune into Channel 3 tonight at 10. I'll have another update there. We'll see those storms coming on in and be able to keep you updated on that. So, you know, just let folks know in your little circle of the world that things are happening, and we'll be keeping a close eye on that. We're going to go back and answer any questions, and if there's not questions, we'll wrap this Carnarvon wagon up, and I'll be taking a little break, getting some dinner, and maybe a little coffee too, the way things look. While I'm doing this, drop back to this graphic again. 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is really the main time frame here. I've got 7 in the graphic. It's 7 now. Storms will approach 9:10 into the area by I-55. By midnight, I-57. 2 a.m. it's out in the Indiana and down by I-70 here. Mainly a wind threat. That tornado threat, low, not zero. We'll watch it and keep you updated on that. Lots of questions about timing. You know, it'd be through 2 a.m. Just be weather aware and catch us at 10 o'clock on the news for an update. Lots of folks checking in from all over. Love seeing you share your location. That's really cool. Even from out of the area. We got some Arkansas. We got Canada checking in. Pretty neat to see. Indiana. Okay, looks like we've answered most of the questions so far. A lot of you saying you don't want snow. I get that. I got a question. If we get snow on Friday, how much do you think we would get? I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. You know, yeah, the ground warms up, but we're going to be cold this next week here. Temperatures in the 40s, nighttime in 20s and 30s. So it won't be as warm as it is today. There's a lot of variables in that. I like the setup, the big picture, those fine-tuned details. I mean, you know, we could get nothing. We could get a couple inches. March before has brought us 6 to 12-inch snowstorms. So we'll wait and see how it shakes out. Let's see. Do we expect any ice again? You know, that's actually a good question, Cindy. For the Monday morning event, I will say temperatures are falling. At least the wind is up, which usually can help evaporate moisture from the pavement. But if those temperatures fall fast enough, below freezing in some spots, sure, a couple of slick spots are possible. However, the ground is warm, which also is in our favor, thanks to the 72, 74, 75 we had today. And the sun angle also helps. So, you know, tomorrow going to be pretty warm too. It's going to help warm things up. When it comes to the ice, though, I'm not certain we're dropping down into the 20s and teens until Friday, Saturday. So yes, we'll be cold, but it really doesn't look like an event where we've got moisture on the roads. We drop those temperatures quick and get a flash freeze. I will say a couple of slick spots possible, but I don't see it being a major problem for Monday commute, Monday morning. Kids, you're still going to school. You still got to drive to work. I still got to go to work. I don't see it being one of those events where there's necessary changes and plans and schedule updates and all that stuff. So a very manageable round of light winter snow showers for some. A lot of us going to miss out, frankly, with the snow on Monday. This is my snow odds graphic here. Pretty much it's isolated for most of us. Up here, Bloomington, Pontiac, that's my best chance for a little bit of light accumulation, but that's about it here. Most of us going to miss out. That's my key for that forecast. Tomorrow, daytime tomorrow looks just fine. Storms are out here by 2 a.m. tonight. They don't return until 8, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So it's going to be another fantastic day tomorrow. We got some folks that are probably like, you said rain and storms this weekend, and today was great. And you know what? We've been talking about, it's nighttime. The nighttime is when the showers and storms arrive. And so that's good for folks that are wanting to get outside and enjoy things. All right, that's what I got for you here. It's about 7:37. I'm going to sign off and get some dinner real quick. I'll be back in at the news at 10 o'clock. We may or may not have a show on 9 o'clock because of basketball. We'll wait and see how that shakes out, but certainly we'll keep you updated. And we will have updates for you. If you're coming in late, check out the Weather Now article or the Weather Now video. I just updated those at 7 o'clock. So that's all the fresh information you can watch there. You can get more details of that. This forecast is going to be valid through midnight tonight. So if you're watching later as well, this will be good. And then we'll redo this probably tomorrow night with more heavy rain coming into the evening and nighttime hours tomorrow. And that's what we're going to do and take care of. That's what I got for you. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you at 10 o'clock. And then if needed, you'll count on us to provide digital coverage. We'll also be monitoring things here all night long and have updates on social media and on the app. Take care.